kicked it over to Kidmark. Boy, Helber really doing some stick work down there. Can't believe they haven't called for slashing.
One-man forechecking crew.
Kidmark over the line, in the circle, dumped it in the corner for Hayes. 47 seconds to go in the Marquette power play. Hayes tied up, got it to Kidmark, or tried to, and went behind him. And then cleared all the way down ice by Mike Helber, who was really doing some slashing down there in the Marquette zone moments ago. Delies moves around Herbert down the left side. Calvin Delies over the line. Let's go, a wrist shot. Saxon will make the save with the pads and let it fall in front of him. He'll cover it up for the faceoff with 28 seconds to go in the power play and 34 seconds to go in the second period. Pioneer leads it by the score of 3-2.
Well, Marquette has to be hoping that in the next 34 seconds of this period they can put together another drive, another surge, and hopefully get a good shot on goal, even this hockey game up at the end of the second intermission.
Now Helber fanned on the clearing attempt. Jeff Burkhardt down right in front of the net. It's loose. It was poked at. There'll be a penalty coming up to Pioneer, and the Redmen will have a two-man advantage for 19 seconds, and then they'll have the power play again. They'll get a roughing call. It'll be Tom Cornish, who did some rough stuff in last night's semifinal against Birmingham Brother Rice. Cornish goes in at 14:35.
Like a forearm or an elbow, Ron.
It was all of that. So the Redmen with the two-man advantage for 19 seconds, just 25 seconds left in this second period. And let's see if they can take advantage of this. This would be the perfect opportunity to do it. 5-on-3, Marquette.
Well, Pioneer coach Edwards cannot be happy with that penalty. Down one man with just about 25 seconds to go in the period. Now his boys are down two men, and they'll start the third period shorthanded.
If the Redmen could score in 19 seconds, they'd of course keep the power play. Kidmark down in the circle to Hayes, shot it right through the crease. That was Jeff Hale. Out to Jim Burkhardt. Jim Burkhardt at the left point, right point, moves it over to Kidmark, left point, and driving the save, and a rebound loose out front. It's picked up by Pioneer. Cleared but not out. Jimmy Burkhardt drives the shot wide. It came right through the crease, and it was knocked to the corner by Saxon. Now Jeff Burkhardt moves it out front again, got it down right in front of the net. Hornquist can't get the shot off. He's hauled to the ice as the buzzer's down, and the second period comes to an end with Pioneer leading it by the score.
For a somewhat deceptive player, I don't know what your impression is of him so far, Ron, but he's a guy who's got 65 goals on the season, and you can't really say that he's a big kid or he's exceptionally fast, but there's no question about it. He knows what to do with the puck.
And Coach Jerry Sullivan calls him sneaky quick, and that's probably about as accurate as you're going to get.
Not afraid to mix it up either.
Nope, he's been doing some hitting. Helber wins the draw to start the third period. The puck knocked down by Sides at center ice, sent over on the right to Jim Burkhardt. Marquette on the power play. Burkhardt shoots it down the ice. Chasing it down is Pat Tummins. He'll find the opening and clear it all the way back down ice. He got it between Burkhardt and Kidmark. Bob Stowe leaves it for Bjorn Kidmark beside his own net. Up on the right for Jim Burkhardt, the freshman who has really played outstanding this year on the Marquette defense. Teamed up with the senior from Sweden, Bjorn Kidmark. Jimmy Burkhardt over the line. Dumps it down along the boards, drops it back for Delies. Delies got it out front, but it was picked off there by Helber, and he'll clear it back down the ice. 55 seconds to go in the Marquette power play. Pioneer leads it 3-2. We're in the third period of play. Puck came loose out front as Herbert knocked it down. Now Helber with it. Helber dumps it behind the Marquette net. Picked up by Kidmark. Long right wing pass up to Kevin Hayes. Now Hayes for Sides, but it was picked off by Herbert, knocked down by Kidmark. Here comes Kidmark again. Bjorn Kidmark goes through two players, but it's picked off, shot away, but the clearing pass hit a player, and now Delies loses it in the corner, and it's cleared all the way down ice by Pioneer. Bob Stowe sends it out to the blue line beyond his man, and then falling down was Delies. Here comes Sartori down the right side. Sartori behind the Marquette net. Nobody's with him, though. They're all back out at center ice. And he'll just send it back behind the Redmen net with 4 seconds left in the power play. The Redmen will not convert this time. Dumped into the far corner. Jim Burkhardt chases it. Gets there before Sartori. Sends it back up the left side for Kidmark. Lost the puck. Here comes Geyer. Geyer in the corner. Pioneer setting up out front of the Marquette net. Geyer fell down, still has it. Poked away by Kidmark, though. Kidmark will ride him off the puck. They're still battling for it. Now they tie it up along the boards, and they'll blow it dead and face it off in the circle nets.
An impressive performance by Pioneer in killing that penalty. Marquette not really getting a scoring chance at all in the first 2 minutes of the third period.
Face-off won by Pioneer, but they whistle it down. They'll do it again. Fake start. Now they get it back to Geyer, but picked off there by Nordquist. He'll work it out center ice. Now here comes Sartori. Let's go a shot from the circle that's gloved by Bob Stowe. He'll hold on and force the faceoff. 3-2, Ann Arbor Pioneer leading it. We've got 12:52 to go in the hockey game.
Both teams a little bit tentative, it looks like, coming out here in the third period.
They haven't really done much yet. Now the draw, won by the Redmen. Lefebvre behind his own net. Moves it out, Jeff Lefebvre with it. Up the left side, over the blue line, hammered to the boards by Cornish. Now Scott Turner has it dug away by Sartori. Kevin Hayes, Jeff Hale behind the net with it. Taken out of there by Farmer, and he'll work it up the left side. Here comes Geyer again. Geyer moves it to the circle and shot it right through the crease. On the slap, Cornish's drive way wide left. Goes to the far boards. Now it's picked up again. Moved right out front, and losing the puck was Geyer. Now here comes Brian Steinoff up the middle of the ice. On the left to Jeff Burkar, and he'll be hammered by Cornish, but they blow it dead on the offside as two Redmen beat it in over the blue line. So Marquette trailing in this hockey game 3-2.
After all the up and down action we had in the first two periods, it looks like both teams have settled down a little more defensive style hockey.
Now Sides will shoot it back into the Marquette zone. Back out center ice, it's Calvin Deli's with it. He'll drive it down behind the Pioneer net. Goes to the far boards. Hayes kept it in, pushed it behind the net. Pioneer got there first. Hayes still trying to work it out. Now Mike Helber has it, knocked away by Sides. He couldn't keep it in. Shoots it back to the blue line. Helber dumps it in the middle to Pat Tummins. Back out center ice. Hayes with it again. Left side, Jerry Sides. He'll dump it behind the Pioneer goal. They're digging in after it. Pioneer gets there first. Up the boards. Heschele's cleared it to the line. Out to center ice where it's picked up by Kidmark. He'll shoot it right back in. Backing up though, it's Pat Tummins to the blue line. Kept in by Kidmark and Hayes. Bjorn Kidmark tried to move around one man. Knocked Helber down, but it's picked up by Heschele's. He's spun around at center ice and pushed right back up to the Ann Arbor blue line by Jim Burkar. Pass behind Heschele's, went off a Marquette stick back into the corner in the Redmond zone. Up pass intercepted by Heschele's, knocked to the corner by Burkar. Helber right out front. His drive hit Kidmark. It deflected just wide right. Now in the corner, they tie it up, dug out of there, right out front, but nobody there to the line. It gets past Pat Tummins and all the way back to the Ann Arbor blue line. The Pioneers dangerous there.
Still fortunate that that shot just was deflected wide.
Helber right out front had a wide open target, but a couple of bodies to put it through and couldn't do it. Herbert on his knees in the corner trying to dig the puck out. It's picked out of there, and the Redmen can't clear it yet. Jim Burkar takes it away from Sartori. Now in the corner, it's Herbert with it. Tied up by Jim Burkar, and they'll blow it dead and face it off in the circle to the right of the Ann Arbor goal. Still 3-2 Pioneers, 10:23 to play in the hockey game. This broadcast being brought to you through the cooperation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association. And again, a welcome home party for the Redmen at Wallstrom's Restaurant in Harvey tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Hope you'll be out there to greet this team home no matter what happens tonight. At the left point, Stowe got a glove on the shot but dropped it into the corner. Brian Steinoff banged along the boards to Jeff Burkar. Right wing pass to Hale in the middle to Nordquist. He's banged right at the blue line and hits the ice. Cornish drilled him right out front to Hale. And the shot hit Sartori out front. A great pass out front by Jeff Burkar. Now Pioneer clears it back down the ice and won't go far enough for an icing. Chased down by Lefebvre.
Big chance for the Redmen there.
Jeff Lefebvre worked it out to center ice, but it's Cornish with it there for the Pioneers. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Craig Anderson centers it inside the blue line. Jeff Hale picked it off up to Jeff Burkar. Burkar winds up. He'll fan on it. Knocked away by Sartori, and then Hale pushed Geyer off the puck. Here's Lefebvre with it to Jeff Burkar. Went off his stick down into the corner. Backing up with it is Farmer. Left it behind the net as he avoided a check from Burkar. Dumped it up the right side. Here comes Sartori again. Left wing pass. It's Scott Geyer with it. Over the line, he'll drive a shot. He hit the skate of Lefebvre. It goes into the far corner. Now Jeff Burkar digs in after it, pokes it away, and it's picked up by Lefebvre again. Jeff Lefebvre up the left side for the Redmen. They trail 3-2 long. Right wing pass too far for Hale. There'll be an icing as he shot it in from just his half of center ice.
Marquette unofficially has yet to get a shot on goal in the third period here. Obviously trailing 3-2. They need to get something going. If nothing else, to test the Pioneer goaltender. Again, we've heard that he may not be as strong as some of the other goaltenders in the finals.
Well, we thought that the Helber line might slow down a little bit. They've logged a lot of ice time tonight, but so far they've been flying. Now Calvin Delis drives a shot from center ice that's gloved by Saxon. He'll hold on, then drop it behind the net for Tummins. His pass hit Helber in the skates. He got it out to center ice. Helber avoids a check, got it up to the Marquette blue line, but Burkar, Jim, knocked it back to center ice. Delis clears it right back in behind the Pioneer goal. Now Kevin Hayes goes in. Dragged to the ice in the corner was Tummins by Hayes. Ann Arbor gives it away right out front. Hayes with a shot and a save, and it trickled just wide. Sides tried to center it twice. It was knocked away both times. Out to the point. Kidmark risks the shot. A bouncing puck and it score! Gary Sides has tied this game at 3. The save made by Saxon. The puck bounced loose out front, and Sides picked it up and flipped it up into the upper right-hand corner. And Marquette has tied this game at 3 apiece.
Well, it was a shot from the blue line. Just kind of a bouncing puck that Saxon couldn't make the save on. Hit him in the chest, bounced out in front. Sides was there, put it up in the upper left-hand corner of the net. And bang, it's 3-3.
Number 22 for Sides. Kidmark will get 1 assist. Now the Marquette contingent across the ice from us starting to make some noise. The Redmen tied with the #1 team in the state. Marquette ranked 3rd. Now back at his own blue line. Steinoff got it up ahead into the Pioneer zone. Steinoff pokes it back in. And Ann Arbor missed everything. Goes all the way back down. Stowe cleared it up the right side and eluded everyone. Comes at the blue line, and it's picked up by Hale. He lost it, though, and here comes Pioneer right back. Now it's Brian Steinoff over on the right for Jeff Burkar. He'll poke it into the Ann Arbor zone back behind the net. Now moving it up the left side, Pioneer racing for it. Eric Sartori, but Lefebvre beat him to it and pushed it back out center ice. Now over on the left side, it's Jeff Burkar to Brian Steinoff in the middle. Steinoff puts a shot on wide left. Jeff Burkar drilled it as he moved in for the rebound, and he hit the side of the net. Now it's Cornish with it for Pioneer. Puck comes loose out front, but it's cleared away from there by Scott Farmer. Now back out center ice, back to take it away comes Brian Steinoff. Over in the middle to Jeff Lefebvre. Lefebvre up the left side. Lefebvre leaves it for Hale at the blue line. In the center of the ice for Brian Steinoff. He lost the puck. Pioneer now with a 2-on-1. Here comes Helber down the right side. The only one back, Hayes, and Hayes made the play. Helber again got the backhand and hit the side of the net. Kevin Hayes made the great play, and it's picked up now by Jeff Hale in the corner. Gets it out to the line to Sides. Hayes with it, but he's banged by Heschles, but got it out center ice over on the right.
Hayes broke up a 2-on-1 with a stick. Got the stick down, blocked the puck. Could have been a dangerous play for Pioneer.
Cleared down ice by Lefebvre and went off Hayes, but they'll whistle it down on the icing. 3-3 hockey game, 6:39 to play here in period number 3.
Marquette got caught up ice on the break. Helber, the very dangerous one, came up on the right side. Looked like he was about to feed the teammate out in front of the net. Hayes put the stick down on the ice, managed to deflect the pass, and the scoring chance never materialized.
Now the face-off will be in the circle to the left of Bob Stowe. The next goal, obviously, going to be a big one. Going to be the deciding one if we go to overtime. It'll be Helber in to take the draw against Kevin Hayes. Puck drop, stays right there on the circle. Sides got it behind the net to Kidmark. Back to Sides up on the left. Now Sides with the long right wing pass for Delis. It went between his skates, picked off by the Pioneers back in their own zone, and we'll get a whistle. And they'll blow it down on the delayed offsides and bring it back out over the blue line. 6:25 to play, third period. It's a 3-3 hockey game.
I don't know what the ice time has been for the Helber line, Ron, but it seems to me that Helber's been out there for about 6 periods already.
At least 6 minutes this stretch. It's amazing.
He kills penalties. He plays on the power play. He skates a double shift. Not much time left for anybody else.
Makes you wonder why you couldn't do all that in high school. Amazing stamina. Stowe left it behind his net for Lefebvre. Pushed up on the right. Got by Hale to the point. Kept in there by Tummins. Sent it back into the corner. Lefebvre got it there. Shoved it by Herbert. Follows it up into the near corner. Now Jeff Lefebvre starts out for the Redmen. Lefebvre makes a move around Helber over the Pioneer blue line. Lefebvre still with it. Into the corner, set it out front behind Jeff Burkhardt to the point, kept in by Steinhoff, shot the rebound, they score! Marquette takes the lead, 4-3. Jeff Burkhardt right out in front with the rebound, and the Redmen go up by a goal. Who's the assist? .54 to play in the hockey game. 9 minutes, 16 seconds of the third period. Jeff Burkhardt with a loose puck on the rebound, and he flipped it past Jim Saxon, and the Redmen have the lead for the first time in this hockey game. It'll be Jeff Lefebvre getting 1 assist, and Brian Steinhoff another. Now the puck loose in the Pioneer zone.
Again, Saxon couldn't cover up on the rebound.
Here comes Sides right down front. Delly's got ridden off the puck as he was breaking in. Good defensive hockey that time by Scott Geyer. Now Hayes at the Pioneer blue line dumps it in behind the Ann Arbor net. The Redmen lead it 4-3. 5:24 to play in the hockey game. Can they hold on? Now Hayes with it at the blue line. Set it down front to Sides. He scores! What a pass inside! Pick the upper right-hand corner, and Marquette goes up by 2. For Redmen, 5. Ann Arbor Pioneer 3. Jerry Sides with the hat trick. This one comes at 9:44 and gives Marquette a 2-goal lead. What a pass from Kevin Hayes. What a job by Sides to get his stick on it. Sides was being hounded by a Pioneer defenseman right out in front of the net.
Well, just a quick wrist shot. Saxon didn't have any chance. Again, put it up top over the left shoulder in the net. And this game is 5-3 Marquette. What a turnaround.
Hayes will draw the only assist for Sides. The hat trick is 23rd of the year. Jeff Burkhardt's goal, by the way, was his 14th. The Redmen have scored twice in 28 seconds to take the lead. Here comes Hatcherlees. He's tripped out front by Jeff Burkhardt. And there will be a Marquette penalty coming up to Jeff Burkhardt. And while they call that, we'll be back with more. 5-3 Marquette, 5:06 to play. Yeah, give me a 30 here. My batteries are going dead. The star's starting to sound fuzzy, isn't it? Yeah, well, I keep switching it back and forth. We'll see what we can do. Just a 30 here. All right. Back here in Flint, it's Marquette 5, Ann Arbor 3. The Pioneers on the power play for the third time tonight. They're 0 for 2. Herbert along the boards, back behind the net to Helber. Gets it up along the far side, back to the point. Here's Tummins with it, moves it to the center of the ice. His shot, his pass hit Delis, and Delis will hit Tummins right in the chest with that clearing shot. He tried to work it down ice. Here comes Pioneers, Helber. Left side, right out front, sent it right to Bob Stowe in the net, and then Helber takes a shot at him as he goes by, and Stowe just holds on to it. Marquette, 440 away from winning the state championship.
Unofficial shots on goal so far in the third period. Marquette 6, Ann Arbor 3.
The Redmen have been a third period team all year. They continue to look that way in this hockey game. Now Pioneer back at the line. It's Pat Tummins with it. He'll drive it. It's deflected up. Stowe got a piece of it. It flips behind the net. Cleared away from Helber. Out to the right point. Geyer dumps it back down for Herbert to Helber. Right beside the net. Lost the handle on it. Got it to Sartori. Back to Helber. Right out front. The shot and they score. Franz Herbert picked the spot right between Bob Stowe's legs, and the Redmen have had their lead cut to 5-4 on the power play goal by Franz Herbert. 10:40 will be the time of this one here in the third.
Helber will draw one assist on that. Made a nice pass out. Malone right in front of the net, put it between his legs.
Herbert with his second of the game, his 24th of the season, make that his 25th. And Helber will get an assist on it. We'll see if they give a second. 5-4. Should be just the one, and is. Now back at their own blue line. Pioneer, both teams at full strength. Here comes Pioneer. Sartori over the line, a shot just wide left. Back out to the left point, kept in there by Tummins. Picked off, back to Helber in the circle, checked off the puck by Lefebvre. He lost it. Now Jeff Lefebvre still trying to work it out. Can't do it. Sides backhands it out to center ice. 3:56 to play. 5-4 Marquette. Helber over the line. Here comes Sartori. Makes a move. Set it behind Herbert out front. Now Lefebvre again with it. Dumped it behind the net. Sides races Helber for it. Jerry Sides will tie it up. They still haven't whistled it dead. And it still comes loose, and now it's Herbert with it right out front. The shot wide by Sartori. Boy, the referee waited forever to blow that whistle and never did. Now here comes Brian Steinoff making a move on. Steinoff shoots, and he shot it wide left. The puck back in the Ann Arbor end. Up ahead to Helber. His push pass over on the left. Back to Helber, tied up. Helber's got it. Lets the shot go and stole the save, and the rebound, and he can't get it. Helber hit the post. He tried to tuck it in and hit the post. Went right to the crease. Marquette still leads right out front to Herbert. The shot, and they tie it. They tie it. Pioneer has scored. It's Sartori picking up the loose puck in the crease. And we're all even at 5 goals apiece. 11:57 of the third. It's Sartori to tie it up for Ann Arbor Pioneer.
Just a great little pass there from Herbert. Out in front. Again, put the shot along the ice. Got it under Stowe's legs.
So the Redmen will have to fight back again. It's a tie hockey game. Marquette with a 5-3 lead at the 9:44 mark, but at 10:40 Herbert scored, and 11:57 Sartori scored.
The assists, Herbert and Helber.
Mike Helbert and Franz Herbert get the assist. 5-5 hockey game. Here comes Sides over the line. Makes a move to the far boards. Dropped it back to the point, but it's picked off there by Hescheles. Up on the right for Anderson. Poked away from him, but it's picked up by Farmer. He'll drive it back down behind the Marquette net. Now it's Bjorn Kidmark with it. We're down to 2:35 to go in regulation. 5-5 hockey game. Here comes Jim Burkar up the left side. He'll dump it into the side of the goal. Steered to the corner by Saxon, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Jimmy Burkar decked right at the Ann Arbor blue line. They'll face it off. It was called on the offsides. They'll face it off just outside to mark the Ann Arbor blue line. What a hockey game this has been.
Unbelievable. Just up and down. We're seeing what we saw in the first 2 periods, and I think the last 2:26 are going to be more of the same. Hang on.
Face-off goes into the Pioneer zone. Back out center ice. It's Kidmark with it. Dumps it back in front of the Pioneer net. Cleared out of there by Tummins. Lefebvre's pass knocked down by Sartori. Here comes Helber. To Sartori cutting in right out front of the net. And Kidmark clears it away. Now Kidmark in the corner. Up to Jeff Burkhardt. Got by him. Helber sends it down in front of the net. Sartori with it for Pioneer. Now Kidmark again in the corner. Up to Jeff Lefebvre. 1:58 to go in this hockey game. Tied at 5. Nordquist tipped past the Burkhardt on the left. He's beaten there by Geyer to the line, and Kidmark keeps it in, but Mike Helber picks it up. Then both Kidmark and Jeff Hale knock him off it, but he picks it up again. Here comes Helber, the backhand shot, and Stowe the save right along the ice. The Redmen take the puck. Here comes Pat Nordquist to Jeff Lefebvre. Lefebvre over the line, leaves it for Jeff Burkhardt. Burkhardt centers it, but nobody's there, and the pass behind Herbert back down to the Marquette blue line. Kidmark to get it. 1:25 to go in regulation. We're tied at 5. Jeff Hale knocked off the puck. Up on the left, that's Hayes. Now Hale back to Hayes. The shot, and he shot it just wide. He had him beat, and he shot it just wide. Now Pioneer clears it back to the Marquette line. We're down to 1:08 to go in regulation. Kidmark up over the blue line. Helber has it. Mike Helber right out front. Let's go a shot, and it went off the stick of Kidmark. Herbert sent it right to the side of the goal. It bounces around. Herbert's still fighting for it. Right out front of the net, it's Helber with it. Drops it back to the left point to Tummins. Down in the corner, it's Helber again. Let's go the wrist shot. Net goes right through the crease. Wide right, here comes Sides for Marquette. Up to Calvin Delis. 38 seconds to play. Delis dropped it for Sides, but he was ridden off the puck by Geyer. And here comes Pioneer back. Moving around one man is Haskett. Haskett over the Marquette line. Falls down. The puck taken right there by Jim Burkhardt. Up to Delis. Down to 22 seconds in regulation. We may be going to overtime. Cleared to the Pioneer zone. It gets by Geyer. Back over the red line. Back up along the boards. It's picked up by Herbert. He'll bang it up ahead. Too far for Fisher. Nordquist cleared it right back up. It's picked up by Helber, who seems like he's been on the ice the whole third period. Helber over the line. He's ridden off the puck by Nordquist. Cleared out of the zone by Brian Steinoff, and the buzzer sounds, and we... It's a Bowling Green 4 and Lake Superior State 3.
Well, we're told that this is the first championship final in the history of the Michigan State playoffs that has gone to overtime. We're a little unfamiliar with the format. It appears as though we'll be playing an 8-minute overtime period. And of course, unlike the National Hockey League, they will not settle with a tie tonight.
Nope.
We will leave with a winner.
State championship action returns after this final timeout. Just a 30 here, Kelly. I'm trying to save my battery as much as I can. All right? Talk to you next time. Here we go, folks. The overtime period set to begin. The Redmen send out Hayes, Sides, and Delis. Kidmark and Burkhardt back on the defense. And of course, you know who Pioneer has out there. Helber, Hescheles, and Herbert. Marquette wins the draw. Jerry Sides, but it's picked off by Herbert. Sartori knocked off the puck. Here comes Delis trying to poke it past Tummins. He got it. Goes to the corner, sent it right to the side of the Pioneer net. Now it's picked up by Tummins. Pat Tummins lost it out front. Cleared to the line and out center ice by Herbert. He'll send it behind Helber, and Delis back to get it for the Redmen. His clearing attempt hit the referee. Helber sent it out front, but he couldn't get it through to Sartori, and here comes Bjorn Kidmark. Kidmark over the Ann Arbor blue line, but had it taken right off his stick. Turning with it, Sartori. Gets it to Helber. Dishes it left to Herbert. Herbert over the line. Herbert into the corner, being chased by Jim Burkhardt. Fell down as he tried to set it out front. The puck behind Burkhardt. He finally gets it up to Jerry Sides. Sides up the right side. Sides will just dump it into the Pioneer zone as the Redmen go for a line change. Here comes Herbert back. Herbert up the right side. These guys have got to be Ironmen. Herbert cutting in. Lefebvre took him off the play and crushes him into the boards. Now Hale takes Helber off. Nobody can get to it, and finally Lefebvre with it, cuts right beside his own net and starts out. Jeff Lefebvre has played a great hockey game. Lefebvre over the line. Had it knocked off his stick, sets it up at the left point, down to Jeff Burkhardt. Behind him, right back to the line, and it gets out past Lefebvre, back to the Marquette line. Brian Steinoff after it. He fell down in his own zone, can't get up, and finally, from his knees, clears it out over the blue line. Now here comes Jeff Lefebvre again. Dumps it into the far corner in the Pioneer zone. Tie hockey game, we're in overtime. This for the state championship. Now along the boards, it's Geyer with it. Here's Nordquist taking it away. He's knocked away from the puck as he was falling down. Nordquist back to the point to Lefebvre. He'll wind up a driver's shot. It's loose out front, the backhand. Oh! Marquette wins the state title. The Redmen, Jeff Lefebvre puts it in. And the Redmen have beaten Ann Arbor Pioneer 6-5. Jeff Lefebvre with the goal. Jerry Sullivan on the ice. The Redmen over the pile along the far boards. And the Pioneers just laying out in front of their own net. And the Redmen at 1:54 of overtime have won this hockey game and the state championship 6-5.
Lefebvre took a shot right off of Saxon. It looked like it bounced off of his glove hand right out in front of the crease. He put it up over top of Saxon. This game is over.
It's history. A state championship for Marquette. The last one, the first one in '77. This year, 1988, the Redmen win it. Jeff Lefebvre will draw the only assist. Marquette wins it 6-5. Jeff Burkhardt assisted by Jeff Lefebvre at 1:54 of overtime. And Marquette is the 1988 Class A state champions. Jerry Pangrazzi on the ice, hugging the players. The Redmen, sticks and helmets all over the ice. They'll line it up. And they'll shake hands now for what has been a truly great hockey game. We'll be back with more from Flint after we take this time out. Give me 2.5 minutes here, Kelly. Thanks. Well, they are now down on the ice presenting the runner-up award to Ann Arbor Pioneer. And I'm drained. I've been drained all week. Doug Aluski, what a great hockey game. I don't think these two teams could have given us much more than they did in the...
Well, that's true, Ron. Of course, Marquette down there jubilant right now. They're awaiting their presentation of the state championship trophy, and I can't think of a team that deserves it more. An interesting statistic we just learned that Pioneer has not trailed in any game in the playoffs this year until this one, and I think that says it all about the effort that Marquette gave tonight. They beat a very, very good hockey team, and just a tremendous performance, a credit to the Redmen.
To Ann Arbor's credit, they did find something and managed to dig down in that third period when they got down 5-3 and tie it up on goals by Herbert and Sartori. And what a hockey game. The Redmen win it in overtime, 6-5. And there's nothing else we could say to tell you what a great game this was.
To give you some idea, the accomplishment that Marquette has pulled off tonight, we're told that for Pioneer, again, the only weakness that they've had this year, if any at all, has been in the goaltending area. Apparently, goaltender Saxton has faced about an average of 7 shots per game. Marquette, by our count, put 35 shots on Saxton, while Stoll only gave up 28. We're also told this is the first time in the season that Pioneer has been outshot by another hockey club.
Well, the city of Marquette can be proud tonight. And again, if you want to come welcome this hockey team home tomorrow, 4 o'clock at Wallstrom's Restaurant. 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Wallstrom's in Harvey. There'll be kind of a welcome home for the Marquette Redmen, the 1988 Class A state champions. And you know the
kind of a nice ring to it.
The kids from Ann Arbor Pioneer, Doug, have got to be feeling a little down, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. They played one whale of a hockey game. Mike Helber leading the way to hug the Redmen as he holds up the runner-up trophy. Mike Helber, every bit the outstanding hockey player he's been built out to be. He had a goal tonight, his 65th of the year. He assisted on 2 others, and you just can't say enough about the job he did and that line did. They had to play about 80% of that hockey game.
Well, he was all over the ice. He seemed to be every place at once, and it's difficult to say a player dominates a game, but I don't think there's any question in his case that is definitely true.
Now they'll give the championship trophy and the medals to the Marquette Redmen. Goaltender Scott Steinoff. Number 5 is Steve Smith. Skates to get his. Jeff Lefebvre, who played just an outstanding hockey game tonight, controlling the puck, moving all over, and Jeff Lefebvre really setting up that winning goal. Jerry Sides of the Redmen, who had 2 goals tonight, make it the hat trick. Jeff Hale, who played a strong hockey game. This Marquette team tonight, many thought they couldn't do it. They were an unknown quantity. Kevin Hayes picking up his. Kevin had 2 assists tonight. Pat Nordquist, who played a strong game. This whole Redmond team gave it everything they had. Brian Steinoff, who scored, or pardon me, set up a goal by Jeff Burkar. Scott Turner, who told you before the game he was ready to go hit. Calvin Delis, who's been waiting a long time, like Kevin Hayes, for this state title, the first championship of any kind he's ever won. Jeff Lefebvre, what can you say about him? Or Jeff Burkar, I beg your pardon, with 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime. Dwayne Kovacic. Jim Burkar, the Redmen, a freshman, and what an outstanding job he did this season. Solid as a rock. Bjorn Kidmark, who made that just incredible play on Marquette's second goal, setting up Calvin Deli's, that at that time put Marquette down just 3-2. Scott Ely, another Redmond senior, 9 of them out on the ice. And goaltender Bob Stowe, who along with Jim Saxon put on a show in the nets tonight. Jerry Sullivan and the Redmen out on the ice, and they'll send out Kevin Hayes, who has wanted this so badly for so long, to pick up the trophy. Hayes, Pat Nordquist, and Brian Steinoff holding the trophy while John Hayes takes a picture. Gentlemen from the Michigan High School Athletic Association out there as well taking pictures. And the Redmen have won the state championship again in overtime, 6-5. We'll be back with more from Flint after this timeout. Give me 3 minutes here, Kelly. 3 minutes. I gotta get these batteries recharged. Okay, 3 minutes, you hear that? Okay. Was what? Okay, then we're all set. Tell Tom you got them all carted up and ready to go in order then? Okay, I'm probably gonna doodle around a little bit more to save my batteries, and then we'll work it. So the last one was 25. Gotcha, so give me 3 minutes here. All right, thanks.
Results of the girls Class D 800-meter relay. In fifth place with a time of 1 minute 59.99 seconds, Wakefield. In fourth place with a time of 1 minute 57.9 seconds, Land Mountain North Dickinson. In third place with a time of 1 minute 57.98 seconds, DeTour. In second place with a time of 1 minute 56.33 seconds, Crystal Falls Forest Park. And in first place with a time of 1 minute 52.7 seconds, Pickford. 100-meter relay in lane. Results of the girls Class C 400-meter relay. In fifth place with a time of 53.89 seconds, Stevenson. In fourth place with a time of 53.87 seconds, Iron River, West Iron County. In third place with a time of 53.62 seconds, Istman. In second place with a time of 53.41 seconds, Nagani. And in first place with a time of 53.15 seconds, mid-pen to the awards. Table, please. Elsing for mid-pen. Results from the girls' Class C high jump. Three-way tie for 4th place again. Ann Arbor Third place, Shell.
Part of the value in having breakfast with Kellogg's.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Excellent.
With all the junk that comes in the mail these days, it's important not to overlook something really special. Your